Zeta is about to make landfall in the Gulf Coast of the United States as a Category 2 hurricane. 28.7 degrees north and 90.8 degrees west is the storm's current location as of 3 p.m. Central Time on October 28th. Wind speeds of 110 miles per hour, a central pressure of 972 millibars, and the storm is moving 20 miles per hour to the north-northeast and is a CDPS Stage 4. Breaking down that Stage 4 on the CDPS scale, we have wind speeds of significant to major, a storm size of just under significant, rainfall potential being significant to major, and the overall threat to land being significant. Now, Stage 4 on the CDPS scale means devastating damage is possible. The current wind field extent of this storm is 60 nautical miles to the northwest, 40 nautical miles to the southwest, 130 nautical miles to the southeast, and 120 nautical miles to the northeast. The storm is currently 234 miles away from New Orleans, 286 miles away from Gulfport, 343 miles away from Mobile, 385 miles away from Jackson, and 543 miles away from Birmingham. There is a hurricane warning in effect for Morgan City, Louisiana to the Mississippi-Alabama border, Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Maurepas, and metropolitan New Orleans. There is a tropical storm warning in effect for the Mississippi-Alabama border to Walton and Bay County line in Florida, and there is a storm surge warning in effect for the mouth of the Atchafalaya River to Navarre, Florida, Lake Bourne, Lake Pontchartrain, Pensacola Bay, and Mobile Bay. Maximum sustained winds are at 110 miles per hour, which is being forecast by a lot of people, the ATCF, the NHC, and Recon, and also by us. SAB are going slightly stronger with 115, and the ADT are going with 120 miles per hour. The storm is about to make landfall in the Gulf Coast very soon if it hasn't already, and the eye wall is probably already impacting land. Right, rainfall forecast. Now, from what we can see, we have 2 to 4 inches over a coastal area where the storm is expected to make landfall, and if that same 2 to 4 inches will continue along the projected cone. A further 4 to 6 inches is possible for a part of the Mississippi-Alabama border. Sea surface temperatures are slowly cooling off, but since the storm is so close to landfall and the storm is expected to weaken from there, sea surface temperatures really aren't a factor anymore. We have a 90% chance of tropical storm force winds over the Gulf Coast in southeastern Louisiana and continuing all the way into central Alabama, with a 5% chance extending as far out as Florida. Hurricane force winds are currently 30 to 40% over the Gulf Coast, again southeastern Louisiana, and a 10 to 20% chance over southern Alabama. Onto the diagnostic charts. Now, everyone is expecting the storm to weaken and for the wind shear to exponentially rise. Sea surface temperatures are falling before landfall if the storm hasn't made landfall already. Relative humidity is slowly falling, and the storm is expected to continue to track northeastward. And as you can see, the storm is very close to landfall according to the satellite imagery, and it has a definite eye. Now, for those of you in the path of the storm, stay safe.
You can follow our outlets. First of all, the website, force13.com, with new articles coming out all the time for your reading pleasure about all things weather. YouTube.com/force13 with our tropical weather bulletins, animations, and tropical updates. You can also find us on Facebook with more information on those things. And then also on Twitter. We have the US branches and AU branches on there as well, but you can see the URL below. Teespring.com/store/force13. That's where you can find things like the Smug Mug to buy. And finally, the Patreon. Patreon.com/force13, where you can support the project and help it become even better.